Hey church, what's up? Pastor Trent here with your weekly update. Everything that you need to know about what's going on in the life of our church in just a couple minutes. We email this out if you're on our email list, and we're also going to start posting this on social media in case that you get your information that way. But we want to keep you informed about what's happening in the church and what we're asking of you as the church. This week, we had a wonderful time on Sunday. I'm recording this Sunday evening, and Monday, of course, is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s day to celebrate the monumental work that he led forward in our society, a work that needs to be continued today. And the way that we celebrated this year was to, in some ways, reflect on the themes of this series, Beyond Racial Gridlock, but to do it in a different way. In a way where we hear not just from a preacher, but hear from some people who have been experiencing the things and events of 2020 and wrestling with how do I deal with them biblically? How do they affect my soul and my emotions? And so a thank you goes out to Nathan Trulson and Donovan Thomas and Kaylin Miranda, who got up in front of y'all and shared their hearts. And it felt to me like we just scratched the surface of a conversation that could have gone a lot longer, which is my whole hope with this series. Not to answer all, but to provide some language, some equipping, some instruction so that we can engage in conversations with charity, with some biblical truth, and with grace for one another. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and stay tuned hopefully for more conversations like that in the future beyond Sunday. There's one thing that I'd like you to do as your pastor this week. I'd like you to pray. In case you haven't noticed, this is a big week in the state of our nation. And I'm asking you to obey the scriptures, which call us to pray for those who are in positions of authority, so that we might live at peace, a quiet and dignified life. And I don't know about you, but it seems to me like the last stretch of our country and for our city has not been such a quiet and peaceful life. So pray for the outgoing President Trump and his administration. Pray for the incoming President Joe Biden, and his newly appointed cabinet and team. And pray that there would be a measure of peace and quiet so that we as the church should continue to advance the kingdom of God and to make disciples wherever he has placed us. So listen, if it rubs you the wrong way that I'm asking you to pray about politics, I hope you've been listening to our conversations on Sundays about racial gridlock. But the same principles of what it means to be a Christian apply, especially in the arena of politics. And that is, Christians are called and have been redeemed to be people of hope, to be people of peace, to be people of justice, and people of truth. And so let's stand in the truth. It's hard to find these days, but let's stand in the truth. Let's fight for peace. Let's have hope in our hearts. And let's work towards justice together, praying for our leaders as we do so. Hey, have a great week. I will see you.